Okay, Integrity Capital Group, we are going to talk about mezzanine financing today. And it's a pretty important thing, and it can be a little complicated if you make it that way. So we'll try to simplify it. So let's just say that a client goes in, he's going to acquire an office building. Let's say that it's $10 million. And what happens is he is going to go and obtain a loan, 70% of the purchase price. So that's a $7 million loan. Now that means that he has to come up with $3 million in order to close on the office building. So what does he do? Well, he could go get equity, so it's all cash, or he could put a second on the property. But the challenge is the lender says, we don't allow for seconds on this property. So the borrower says, well, gosh, I only have $2 million to put into it. Now I'm $1 million short. I can't put a second. What do I do? Well, that's where mezzanine financing comes in. When you think about the term mezzanine, it's second level, right? So it's this mezzanine level. So first, deed of trust the lender, and then the mezzanine lender comes in. But the distinction is a mezzanine lender does not put a security interest against the property. They can't, and they really don't. So how do they secure their interest? Well, what a mezzanine lender does is they take a security interest against the actual entity. So if you have an LLC and you're buying the property through the LLC, they'll take a security interest against that LLC. So what happens in the event of a default, they don't foreclose on the property. What they'll do is they'll come in to the partnership, take over the partnership, and now they step in your shoes and push you out of the LLC. Now they have control over the asset. So that's the way they get around it. They call it an intercreditor agreement, which we'll talk about in another video. But that's what a mezzanine loan does. Typically, they're going to run anywhere from 10 to 15% in a couple points in and out. But they'll go for usually 12 to 36 months at a time. So it just bridges the gap. But a mezzanine lender helps you, get that capital stack higher so you can actually close on the property. And they'll typically go up to about 85% of the total stack. So you're going to have to come in with that 15%. So that is a mezzanine loan for you today.